Good day, everyone. Welcome to Abad Portfolio Managing Firm. We are one of the fastest growing investment consultancy firm in the Philippines. I'm Aldrin Gomez. With me is Mr. Benedict Chu, Ms. Andrea Paredes, and Mr. Denzel Gutierrez, your partners for today. Our client for today is Mr. Aldrin Nico Aguilar. He is a moderate to aggressive investor with a medium to long-term investment plan. He also expects to have a 12 to 15% return of investment annually with at least 2 to 3 times of withdrawal per year. Let's see what our partners will recommend.
So the partners agreed to have the East investment portfolio. 65% of the total investment will be for the stocks, which is the 25% is for passive and the remaining 40% is for active. The companies under the passive are Ayala Corporation, SM Investment Corporation, JT Capital Holdings, and Metropolitan Bank Trust. For active, it will be invested to Century Pacific Food, Costco Capital, Cebu Air Incorporation, and First Philippine Holdings.
It will also invest in money market fund, 2.5% in China Bank, 3.5% in ING Philippine Digital Bank, 2.5% in Security Bank, and 1.5% in Union Bank, with a total investment of 10%.
Another 8% for the bonds of the Philippine National Bank. For real estate and insurance, it will be 6% each. For real estate, it will be Tyrone Enterprise, and for insurance, the Sun Life Philippines and AXA Philippines, and the remaining 5% is for the petty cash in case of emergencies. Mr. Aguilar, our proposed portfolio is a mixture of moderate and aggressive investment risk allocation, which is normally composed of equity securities, debt securities, and other types of investment as can be seen in our investment portfolio proposal. In line with your appetite risk and desired return, we decide to use averaging method and give importance to equity such as the stock and money market to achieve your investment goals.
Equity securities such as stocks is said to have the highest returns on total investment. It is also known for being the most volatile, such as the need for proper timing, discipline, and knowledge are essential for a trader. That is why, with the help of a bad portfolio managing firm, to do your trading with a well-planned equity investment strategy, first-time trading wouldn't be your problem anymore. Walking through your investment desires will be our objective towards trading, and our expertise in the equity market will be used in trading operation.
Passive investing strategy usually takes place for a long-term investment. It is also known as a buy and hold share strategy, which tends to benchmark or match the Philippine Stocks Exchange Index. While active investing, on the other hand, is a strategy that portfolio managers use to buy and sell stocks anytime they want to. Usually, it takes place for a short-term to medium-term equity investment strategy, but it can also be used for a long-term strategy, especially for an aggressive type of investor who have the funds to the said strategy. Your edge in passive and active investment is through our experience, expertise, and knowledge on the equity market to know and get the right stocks that will suit your investment plan. Like for example, in the active investment strategy wherein you will get the advantage as you closely monitor the trends in the equity market, which will help you achieve your investment goals. This is possible by way of using fundamental and technical analysis as an analytical tool to measure the future trends and the right time to buy, hold, and sell shares of stocks.
Fundamental analysis is an analytical strategy that analyzes the overall standing of a company. The main component that managers will be using is the intensive review of annual reports and the financial statement analysis. For example, profitability ratios, equity ratios, and liquidity ratios, to name a few, while technical analysis, on the other hand, is an analytical strategy that focuses on the stock trends of the company. Example, price, volume, and stock averages. Be noted, in case of conflict between the two analytical tools, the portfolio managers will be using technical analysis. We'll be using a combination of passive and active investing in order to achieve profit maximization. We propose to have a 40% active and 25% passive investing strategy for your equity stock portfolio. For choosing a stock, we decided to study thoroughly its profitability ratios such as the price earnings ratio, earnings per share, and dividends payout ratio as a starting point.
The basis for the allocation of the amount of investment per stock are as follows. For passive investing, it depends on the company's weight in the PSEI. This was retrieved in the COL Financial website, a medium for trading stocks. And for active investing, the allocation was based on the company's trend and the free float level shares. By doing the discounted cash flow computations, we are guided with a well-educated forecasting that our chosen company have a buy or a strong buy situation. This is a possible way of analyzing the financial statements of our chosen company, in particular, balance sheet, income statement, and working capital statement. By using the compound annual growth rate, we were able to produce a quantifiable forecast about the future financial statements of our chosen companies. CAGR, weighted average cost of capital, and sustainable growth rate, which are composed of dividends per share, earnings per share, and return on equity, are needed in order to derive to the DCF valuation. Getting its yearly average is the key to achieve the 12 to 15% return on investment.
Money market is defined as a short-term investment that usually have a high degree of safety and relatively low rate of return. For example are the time deposit, treasury bills, repurchase agreements, certificate of deposits, and commercial papers to name a few. Time deposit is our proposed money market instrument in order to give way to your investment withdrawals and desires. Our strategy is choosing the best bank which will give the higher rate of return. The projected return on investment is computed by the principal amount of investment multiplied by the offered rate net of withholding taxes. Your time deposit is also diversified in banks and in terms in order to meet your 2 to 3 withdrawal plans and secure the amount of deposit insured by the PDIC law.
Bond is defined as a long-term debt investment that gives fixed interest return. It can be at premium, discount, or par. For example are the government bonds and the corporate bonds, to name a few. Government bonds in particular is a treasury bond is our proposed bond investment through PNB in order to have a safe lag while searching for future bonds offering that will give you the best rate of return. Gains in your treasury bond is computed using the amortization table, comparing the coupon rate and the market rate, which gives you a 3-year premium bond instrument. Rest assured your bonds investment will improve once the market offering shows a promising result.
What is real estate? Commercial real estate includes shopping centers and strip malls, medical and educational buildings, hotels and offices. Apartment buildings are often considered commercial, even though they are used for residences. That's because they are owned to produce income. Real estate investors make money through rental income, appreciation, and profits generated by business activities that depend on the property. Philippines house prices grew 27.1% year-over-year in June 2020, following an increase of 12.4% year-over-year in the previous quarter. Philippines house prices year-over-year growth data is updated quarterly, available from March 15 to June 2020 with an average growth of 4.2%. How did we choose the location and the said real estate? Shrine Enterprise Plaza emerges at the gateway of Arca South, a strategic location cultivating settings for a network of ideas and collaboration. Arca South is a progressive estate emerging at a central and strategic location south of Metro Manila, synergizing lifestyle and advancing businesses to the core. Therefore, the total value of the 92 square meter unit is 26,768,677. We used the historical data of the unit and we used vertical and horizontal analysis to assess its annual appreciation. So by the end of the decade, the value of the unit will be 38,640,000. Here are the positive reasons why the client should invest in this property. The income potential. The best reason is to invest in commercial over residential rentals is the earning potential. Commercial properties generally have an annual return of the purchase price between 6% and 12% per annum, depending on the area. The area is in BGC Taguig, which has a high appraisal value on its location.
Variable life insurance is a contract with an investment attached to it, and it is acknowledged as a medium to long-term investment vehicle, which makes them an excellent tool to accumulate funds for children's education, retirement, and it also provides protection to the beneficiaries when the insured dies. We should invest in insurance because of the following benefits. It can be an inflation hedge. In case the insured dies, the beneficiaries will receive a death benefit without having to pay an estate tax. It has a tax advantage for the death benefits will be paid out to the beneficiaries tax-free, and all gains in cash value are tax-deferred. It has also a cash value life insurance product in which, upon the death of the insured, it is guaranteed that the beneficiaries will receive it. In your portfolio, the partners agreed to invest in Sun Life Philippines and AXA Philippines. The basis of this is because of the top rank among its premiums.
An overview of the allocation of your 25 million, 5% of your 500 million investment capital was invested to cash fund. Excess cash is required in order to compensate the different transaction costs in the investment portfolio, such as the taxes and fees that are normally incurred in the investment operations. Excess cash is also important in order to cover fortuitous events that needed quick payment in certain amount, which requires withdrawal in a cash fund. This is also beneficial in a way that we can provide an alternative in order to prevent early withdrawal from your money market securities.
Transaction costs that will be incurred in the investment operation. For equity securities, transfer tax of 60% of 1% of the selling price. Capital gains tax of 6%. For money market securities, documentary stamp tax. For debt securities, registration fees, legal fees, printing costs, underwriting costs. For real estate, title search fees, appraisal fees, government fees. For insurance, cost of insurance, premium charges, asset management charge, administration charge. For portfolio management, 0.50% portfolio manager's fee in the assets under management.
Overall projection for 5 to 10 years is as follows. For stock passive investment return is 168% and active investment return is 594%. The ideal return on investment was computed from the DCF valuation. For the money market securities, its return is 1.57% and this was computed based on the term and the rates provided by our chosen bank and their offerings net of withholding tax. For the bonds, its return is 0.29% and was computed by amortizing the coupon rate provided in the bill and the current market. This is possible by way of investing to Philippine National Bank. The real estate future return is 40% and was computed based on the quotation and the historical performance of the company. Variable life insurance, the projected return is 17% and was computed based on the quotation of the company. Overall, the total amount of return of your investment portfolio amounted to 1,415,607,842 pesos.
We would like to thank you for your time and patience with us. We hope you get the idea of our strategy towards your investment dreams. In a bad portfolio managing firm,
Our game plan
Is the key.
Your investment desires.